It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Black Knights coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway here in London. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And his first pass is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll look to throw. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 10 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chris Manhertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their enigmatic quarterback, the Heisman winner from Baylor. It's Robert Griffin III.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for how.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Dwayne Smoot make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the Giants send out their punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Open man left side. It's a tight end, Manhertz. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The quick slant caught. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Black Knights are able to widen their advantage. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft? Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. After the sack on first down, Griffin. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Fights through and now a crease.
Missed.
It will not go down. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, good move. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. London about set to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a give to Etienne. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Man open, here's Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to speed things up here. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, Griffin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Here's 2nd and 10. Griffin. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz, 4 touchdown passes. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. Emir Smith-Marset, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And this tells the story right here. As a unit, negative yards passing through 2 quarters of play. That is something you almost never see. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now on 2nd and 13, Griffin. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Griffin. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Gano's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Black Knights add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now
and the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down. K'Lavon Chaisson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Throwing on 2nd and long. Griffin. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. A nice little juke. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Eluding the pressure right. Unable to get, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Black Knights add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Griffin. He dumps it off to Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And that is incomplete here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Griffin. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. To return, here's Agnew.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That caught by Manhurts.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On play action, they'll throw.
Open man left side. It's a tight end, Manhurts.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
A handoff for Etienne.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Etienne.
A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the home team here, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.